Hello, today I'm going to show you how to make this flip-flap wallet with a pocket inside and a closure made from card as well. I started with an A4 piece of light cardstock which I cut to 9 cm wide, and then that piece needs to be cut at 18 cm, so you should have one piece that's 18 cm long and another that's 11.2 cm long. I'm now changing to my scoring tool on the cutter. I'm now scoring at 3.5 cm from one edge and 4.5 cm from the other edge of the large piece, and then at 3.5 cm on the smaller piece. Then on the larger section of the smaller piece I have rounded the corners, and then the 4.5 cm scored piece I have rounded the corners of that as well. Then I'm folding everything so that I can see how it's going to go. The two 3.5 cm pieces need to be glued together to make a pocket. So we glue 3 sides, the edges and the bottom. They will be put together. This makes the pocket that stands up in the centre. I'm just straightening everything up, making sure that it lines up nicely. And then I'm inking all of the edges, inside and out. And I'm inking the creases as well. So there we have the skeleton of the wallet. Now I've cut pieces 1/2 centimetre smaller than each of the sections, so they will be layered on top of the inside pieces, which you'll see what I mean in a minute. I'm gluing those down on the inside sections. So I've used a plain design to go on the inside and then a busier design to go on the outside. Also, the busier design is going to go on the edges of that pocket as well. So each of those pieces was inked as well, just to tie the whole thing together with the vintage kind of look. And I rounded the corners of the piece that matches with the rounded skeleton. Okay, so now I'm cutting the pieces to go on the inside cover. Because this is a patterned sheet, I wanted to try and get the pattern matched as central as I could. Again, 1/2 centimetre less than the sections that I'm trying to cover, so that leaves a small white border, rather ivory border around the sections. And it was absolutely fluke that I managed to get everything to look like it was supposed to be there. The pattern matched up quite well. Even when you close up the booklet, in the end it does look quite well matched. These get inked as well. Those 2 smaller pieces are for the inside pocket. Glue those down. So you can make these with thicker card for the skeleton, but I just use something really thin to try and keep the amount of bulk inside my journals down. So this particular piece is going to be used in a boho journal that I'm going to be doing soon. So I know that it is going to go inside of a book, and I like to try and keep things as flat as possible when they're going inside pockets and things like that, so that they don't pull the pages apart. I've sped this section up because it does get a bit tedious just watching me do the same thing over and over again, but I'm basically layering all the design papers onto the blank spots on the wallet. Okay, so sticking those into place. So that's the wallet made, and now we're going to move on to the strap. So I had this little narrow piece, I think it was 3 centimetres wide, and then I cut a 2.5 centimetre wide strip to be layered on top of that. I inked both of them. And then I wrapped the ivory strip around and just trimmed off the excess. Glued it into position. When you're doing this, just be sure to leave a millimetre or so excess so that it's easy to slide on and off. And then the opposite way, I am putting the purple piece on, because I'm going to add an embellishment which will cover the seam of the paper. So I was happy to have the seam shown on the front. I'll glue that down. Sorry, it kept wiggling and moving out of the position. So there you can see it's got that seam on the front, but I'm going to easily cover that with just a little inchy that I made a few days ago. It gets stuck down with the tacky glue. Now we just need a couple of bits and pieces to go inside. So I've got a little photograph that I want to use, and it's a kind of scrapbook embellishment that I had as well. You'll see that in a moment. So I didn't want to add too much glue to that photograph in case I need to take it off at a later date. I don't know, I still find it quite hard to use real photographs in my journals. I don't mind putting them in, it's when you alter them in any way, it just feels wrong. But you can get some really cute pieces of ephemera and things made when you just go for it. Nobody knows who these people are. I bought these at a market. So the photographs are lost. If I didn't have them, then somebody would just end up binning them eventually. So this is the little embellishment that I was talking about. It's just a piece of card, but it's got some gold details on, and that's going to go really nicely with my theme. So you can cut out a thumb tab of the pocket if it makes it easier to get things inserted. I was happy just leaving it flat. there you have it. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you again next time. Bye.